You know, when I was your age, I remember my father, my mother, my grandfather, and his father before him telling me stories of how they used to get to school. I remember the stories going something like this. Listen to me, boy. You have no reason to be late for school. When I was your age, I climbed over mountains. I went underneath valleys. I swam across rivers and oceans. I fought off dogs and sharks. And even then, I was the first one to get to school. And I was the first one to get back from school to home. And I swam back across the river, across the sea. I climbed the mountains and cut down through the valleys. I climbed to the top of the trees to pick myself breadfruit and fruits of many different kinds. Then I made it down the tree without breaking a sweat. Came home right on time to get to helping out your grandparents doing the daily chores. We went to the farm and we milked the cows. We fed them and we took care of all of our livestock. And even then, I was the first one out of all my brothers and sisters to go down and feed the chickens so that way when harvest comes, we can kill and have something to eat. Yes, son, those were the days that they told us bizarre stories of adventures. Adventures that were wild. Some would think they were obscured, made up, or false tales. But to my surprise, they weren't. Of course, they were exaggerated, but they held some truth to them. For I too have my own story. I walked from home, straight to school, back and forth. Never one day was I late. I walked up a hill and down a hill to get to school and back home. When I was going to school, sometimes I had to cut through the fencing line around the school. Sometimes I had to duck between the gates and went to school. For sometimes the main gate was too far for my tiny legs. And on some days, I cut through the bottom of the school gate closest to the direction of home. And so it went. But don't worry, son. I wasn't the one who broke through the fencing. No. I do not know who did it. Some say dogs, some say crooks. Some say kids, just plain hooky. But to this day, I have no clue. I remember the school banned us once from cutting through that shortcut with the fence in the school's perimeter. The gate around the school was cutted. But I paid no mind to that. I cut through it the same, for as long as I wasn't caught. Who was it hurting? I was a saver back then. I saved for candies and I saved for many things. So when I cut through that fence, I used to go to the vendors. I used to bought up candies and all the goodies that they had to offer.